All right, welcome back to another episode of College Football on a Bridge. Today we're going to talk about the Iowa State Cyclones. Um, was really difficult off season. Obviously losing Matt Campbell, going with who takes goes over to Penn State, taking a good chunk of Iowa State. They are returning um, pretty much nobody on their offense. So they are. It's kind of a complete entire reboot on offense. They got some guys come back on defense from last year, but it's a lot of turnover. A lot of Washington State guys coming over with Jimmy Rogers. You know, Jimmy Rogers took Washington State last year. Came in, ended up taking them to 6-6 with a bowl game and winning a bowl game. So it's not bad. Um, for just coming in straight away with kind of a rebuilding project there and be able to get production in the first year. So hopefully he can do the same at Iowa State. He brings in Tyler Rowell as OC. He spent some time positional coaching at North Dakota State. Most recently last year was a tight end coach for the Detroit Lions. He says good. I mean, they have Sam Laporta. They have some good tight end play at Detroit, so shows a little bit about him. But he's coming in. He's going to run the offense. They're bringing in Jesse Bobbitt, who was previously he ran defense for Washington State last year, along under Jimmy Rogers' coaching staff there. So as far as the offense goes, they are bringing in Jalen Rayner from Arkansas State, kind of a dual threat guy. He has accounted in 3 seasons at Arkansas State for 67 total touchdowns, 52 of them being passing, 15 rushing. So good solid production there. He a little bit of a battle. It should be he's I think projected by some sources to end up being the starter, but he is. It's going to be a little bit of a spring battle with Zane Flores and Connor Moberly and then you have running back. You have Aiden Flora. He's coming back. He's going to be the kind of the lead running back there. They also brought in Bowling Green transfer and Cameron Petaway. So, and then receiving wise, they bring in Tulane transfer Amari Hayes. They have some returning receivers there as well with Dominic Overby. So they have kind of a mix of previous guys and transfers, but this is a whole new staff, pretty much a whole new team. So we just have to kind of they have some potential talent there at quarterback and some of the receivers, but it might take a little bit to kind of get everything in motion and just seeing how everything goes. But the report is coming out of camp is that Rayner's really taking the leadership. He's pretty much knew everybody's name by the time he arrived on campus. He was kind of taking that initiative, which you like to see that from your quarterback. But the defense, they again, Bobbitt's coming over from Washington State. Washington State was 13th nationally in passing yards allowed and 15th in total defense. It's kind of a little surprising. You don't think about from Washington State. They kind of were under the radar a lot last year, but had a solid defense. So that comes over. They have some pieces already here on defense, but they're bringing in a lot of guys from Washington State to come along, including defensive end Bobby Terrell. He's coming in for his senior year. They are also bringing in Bryson Lamb as a D tackle, who is also coming up from Washington State. They're also bringing in Washington State linebacker and Sullivan Schlingman. So they have some guys who are familiar with the system who are going to come in. Hopefully that helps kind of expedite the process through. Um, they brought in Toledo transfer at safety and Braden Owls, but he ended up injuring his ACL. Looks like he's going to be done for the year. So it's kind of it's a little bit setback there that he was very it's kind of a prized transfer portal pickup for them. So, but they got guys there, so it shouldn't it's not good, but it shouldn't break your season or anything like that. Again, last year went 8-4, but this is everything new pretty much. Scheduling wise, this year they start the year at Southeastern Missouri State. Then they got to go at Iowa. Always a fun game. Love that game. Then they got Bowling Green. They got home game against Utah, West Virginia, at BYU, at Arizona, Oklahoma State, at Baylor, Cincinnati, at UCF, Kansas State. So no Texas Tech. They do got BYU, and that's at BYU. But overall, it's manageable schedule. And it's always a Big 12 schedule is your guess is as good as mine as which team is gonna every week pretty much. Of you never know what you're gonna get. It's very competitive, a lot of variety, which is awesome. I love it. Iowa game is always tricky, but it is a rivalry game. They end up beating Iowa last year, which it's was that game is always it's kind of eluded them a lot. Even when they've that the game's always been an interesting matchup. But they have an overall relatively, I wouldn't say easy schedule, but it's manageable. It's just a lot of incoming pieces, a lot of changes. But I mean, Jimmy Rogers last year with Washington State, ended up leading them to a bowl game, having a 500 season. So, I would say we'll get close to that around 500. Not expecting a ton, but it's a Big 12, so it's wide open. So they might succeed. They might supersede that 6-6 mark. But hey, I'm kind of parking right around there. That it's not going to be a great season, but building block maybe 27, 28. We're seeing a little bit more. See some more of Jimmy Rogers. We haven't seen but a small sample size. So see how he is as a coach. See what he does in bringing in guys and developing guys. And look forward to seeing the Cyclones and this new era post Matt Campbell.